we get set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks enter this one knowing that this game could very well be won or lost down in the trenches. From an offensive perspective, they'll need to keep their quarterback upright to have a chance, and defensively, it's going to be about containing the running game. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are what? Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's John Ryan now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now it's Hammond. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll run it now with Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Now a give. It's Michael. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. They run again with Michael. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Here's John Ryan now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Hammond now to return. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took...
Throwing is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On the ground, it's Michael. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Ah, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On third down, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. K.J. Wright able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 28 yards on that one. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Browner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. And left side here, it's Graham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Take it at the 37. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 3rd down now following the completed pass. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense asked to stay out and get 1 more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that.